What's up? Welcome to the No Mongo Podcast, a show about all things skateboarding. And my name is Rick Beta. I'm back from a little Midwest vacation. That's right. I went to visit my mom and stepdad in Michigan last week. Traverse City, to be exact. And we actually got some skating in Thompsonville. It was a nice little park. I think it was about, 25, 30 minutes or so from my mom's house that we had to ourselves the entire time. It was very rare. I mean, it was hot, which makes sense. There was no shade, very little shade. But I'm even hesitant to mention it. So next time that I'm out there, hopefully it'll be the same way. I mean, literally, it was a nice little park. To get there, we were like, damn, we're going like in the outskirts out here. This is like, there's nothing out here. But there was this nice little park in Thompsonville. So if you're in the area, definitely check it out. I mean, it's a nice spot. You know, it looked better than the one in Traverse City, that's for sure, because how do I say it? Like, you know how there's these parks, all these parks that are popping up that not necessarily are built by skaters. They're like, just put a bunch of transition, put this over here, maybe this, this looks cool, let's put this over there. You know, Scott Lois knows all about this. He's seen a million parks and he knows, but it just, I'm like, no. So I did some more research. There's got to be other skate parks in this obviously in this area. I mean, it could have driven down to Grand Rapids. You know, I didn't want to drive as far as Detroit. But yeah, so that was, Thompsonville. Check it out. And shout out to Second Level Goods, that skate shop there. I was, be sure to stop by there if you're ever in TC. But I did what I usually do. I packed my trucks and my wheels on the trip, and I bought a board from, the local shop. And then I just left the board at my mom's house. So next time I'm there, I have a board. If I need to get a new one, I'm going to head up to Second Level when I'm up there too. So, but, Second Level, they had a couple of reissues that I should have copped. I almost did. One of them was the Jeff Kendall, the Jägermeister deck. Almost bought that. And then one of my favorite boards, I blew through, at least 3 or 4 of them back in the day, the Corey O'Brien Reaper. Oh, I almost bought those. I asked them, those are classic boards. I asked them, hey, do you guys ship? They're like, no. But what I should have done was just bought them and then just gone to the post office and shipped them out here to me. But I don't know, whatever. Maybe they'll be out there next time I go. Or maybe if you're in there, you're going to pick those up too. But Second Level Goods, they got a good amount of stuff there. And like I said, I bought my board out there. It was very good. But it was a good trip. Next up, though, I'm going to be up in the PNW, which is very, very, very soon. So that should be fun. And I hope the stars align for multiple peeps up there from Skate Twitter. I can't even say it. /X. So hopefully, I'm going to manifest that. That's going to be happening very, very soon. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, you want to know who also had a fabulous 7 days? Past couple weeks, Andy freaking Anderson. That's right, that's his legal name, AFA, Andy freaking Anderson. Dude he's been all over the place. Last time I counted, there are at least 4 videos interviews I should say, of him in the past week. Yeah, 4. I'm like, slow down, Andy. Who pissed you off, man? Who pissed you off? Point at him or her. Point him out. Let us handle it, okay? Dude, Andy's out there going head-to-head with Shark Week. He's like, I don't care. We're going to release all this during Shark Week. You hear that, Discovery Channel? Andy is coming for you. Your sharks should be afraid of Andy. Andy Week. It's got a good ring to it. It just might become a thing in the future. I'm calling it now. But as I said, I guess what I'm trying to say is, what more can I say about this guy? In fact, if you haven't, or if you have, maybe you need a refresher. Circle back to episode 109. I was like thinking about, when was the last time I just kind of was telling everyone exactly how I felt about Andy Anderson? It's episode 109. And you can hear all my thoughts, all my feelings about Andy. Head on back, pause it now and come back. But they haven't changed much. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. After this past week, they've only grown. My love and respect for this dude is growing. Growing by the minute, by the day, by the week. And just so you know, much like you will hear in episode 109, your time is coming too. You can't escape it. No matter what your reason is or how tough you want to look, how cool you want to be to your friends, thinking, oh, I don't like that guy. It doesn't matter. Just wait. Just wait. He will grow on you. Just make sure that light bulb moment doesn't happen on your deathbed, okay? Make the change now. If I can change, you can change. We all can change. Right? Ivan Drago, you agree? Just stop hating on this guy, is what I'm trying to say. I don't like telling people what to do, but this one is going to save you so much time, so much energy, so much frustration. It's just not worth it anymore. You'll thank me for it. Even if it's 30 years from now. Andy and I will still be here. However, now as I look at my notes, I with all that being said, how much praise and love I have for this guy, knowing how much I just respect him, I do have one complaint about his latest video. One thing, I'm just not vibing with, and I can't get past it. I didn't lose sleep over it, but I just can't get past it. And you know me, I don't have an illegal trick list. Just don't push Mongo. But this one rubbed me the wrong way. But more on that in a little bit. I want to stay with the positive stuff. So for now, as for the current samplings from Andy, here's what's been released in the past week. He's had his crazy wisdom part drop. One that, had him showcasing his said wisdom only about a minute in. I think it was a minute 7 to be exact. I just put about a minute on my notes, but a minute 7, he was displaying his wisdom to 4 police officers. I think they're on their way to the brunch or something. They're going to eat some food because they were there and then they were gone. And they didn't arrest Andy. But that was hilarious the way he told the history of the spot, name dropped Nodis, his trick. And he told us/them about his Satan spin in the process. I was like, whoa, dude. It was a trick he eventually went on to land. That was nuts, Andy. But how in the hell did you do that? How? That's not cool, dude. But he had those police officers nodding their heads. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Gotcha. Yeah. Dropping his wisdom. Even when he name drops Satan. How many people, think about this. How many people can name drop Satan in front of cops and not get tased instantly? Anyone else would be like, so that's why I'm trying my version of the trick called the Satan spin. All 4 cops would instantly reach for their guns, their tasers, right at their belts. Wait, what? Did you say Satan, son? Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Hands up. Hands up. Board up. No, you're not going to. No, hands up. Tase him, bro. Tase him. Get him right there. Yeah. We have a Satan worshiper over here. Satan worshiper right here. I'd be on the ground. No, Satan. It's not spelled backwards. That's his name. He lives in Santa Monica. Help. I'm Andy Anderson. I'm not a Satanist. I'm not a Satan worshiper. It's a trick. Only Andy can mention Satan in front of a bunch of cops and live to tell the tale about it. That's crazy, but I'm telling you, it's all his vibe. Episode 109. Go back. It's all his vibe. Those of you who get this guy, You're like, yeah, Rick, I know. You're preaching to the choir, dude. Yeah. But that's why I loved, his episode of Skate Tales with Matters Apps. He talked a little bit about his hazing, in the industry or his haters, but it's not that he was losing sleep over it. It's just he was talking about how he had to experience that. He's like, yeah, he understood it. He got it. Said a lot of them would never say stuff to their face. They would do it around behind their backs, which is that's messed up. Peeing in his helmet and stuff like that. And other people chimed in as to why they thought he had a rough time, and they kind of agreed. Maybe it's this. But I just whether it was his trick selection Or the fact that, like I said, he wears a helmet, which only him, at least to my recollection, only him and Mike V are the only ones rocking helmets in the street. That's about it. What was the name of that up-and-comer kid? Oh, man, why am I blanking on his name? Tank? What's his name? Frank the Tank? Hank? No, that's old school. But Tank, what's his name? Tank, I'm blanking. Drew, you'd probably know, dude. Does he still wear a helmet? I think he's outgrown a helmet. So I just think it's Mike V and Andy. That's it. So, he just talked about that. Or I guess, and also the fact that people hate on that he does freestyle tricks in his runs. I mean, who cares? Can you do those tricks? Did you give Rodney Mullen crap for doing freestyle tricks in his runs and like rub a sheep? I mean, I'd like to see you try those tricks. And then maybe, just maybe, you can hate on this guy a little. Just a little bit. There are no illegal tricks in Andy's world. I mean, if he did one and he would just constantly make up something new. Well, here, try this then. What do you think about this? But I do recall, actually, now that I mention it, I do recall mentioning after his appearance in Battle of the Barracks, was it 14 or 13, that it probably wasn't a good fit for him. I agree with that. But he did it anyway. And I bet Barra, I think I said this too, Barra's not going to call him back anytime soon. He's like, oh, hell no, man. I got tickets and stuff. I got downloads to do. Nah, this can't happen. Otherwise, Andy would just win the whole thing every year. This can't happen. So that I get. That makes sense. But honestly, I just don't get the hate. Maybe just say his style is just not for me. Much like these new Cybertrucks. The style is just not for me. I'd accept that. I just don't get how he's still one of the most polarizing skaters on the planet right now. Is he probably the only one? No, there's some other ones out there. But he's so good. And much like the main question of Skate Tales, he is a true ATV. Is Andy Anderson the most versatile skater ever? Question mark. That was Skate Tales. That was in the subtitle. Yeah, it's an amazing question. I think he just might be. He can do it all, including vert, which I wrote down. You see that front foot impossible onto the deck, that Hawks ramp? Oh, gosh. That's so ridiculous. And that ramp has at least 2 feet of vert, if I'm right. 2 feet of vert. I'm just holding my fingers apart. 2 feet. 2 feet's a lot of straight up of vert. And he rolled up, and did a front foot impossible. And keep in mind, he came into that backside too. Come in backside and do a front foot impossible. Huh? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Logic makes sense for a front foot impossible onto a deck. Might be easier doing front side. I was thinking of Moto Shibata. I could picture him trying to do it. He would probably do it front side. Coming in backside doing a front foot impossible. That's ridiculous. And that's just a trick onto the deck. And he came back in. He had his helmet on. I always say this. See, and he's smart. He had his helmet on before he even started. He's always has it on. So he had the bare minimum. He didn't have elbow pads or knee pads. But I always say you got to at least have to have a helmet on a vert ramp. Otherwise, it just looks funny. So yeah, Andy, he can skate it all in any direction too. Front side, backside, switch. Can you imagine though? Now I think, can you imagine if he spent just a good year and picture maybe, I don't know, he could pick whichever decade he wants. I think he said, I'm going to coming into 2000s. But if he spent a good year just skating vert, he would blow our minds. But he probably wouldn't be flying around like my man Jimmy Wilkins. But I bet he would get the attention of many veteran vert skaters out there who are kind of like doubters or deniers. I mean, he's just so fun to watch. He's so skilled. As I said, I don't know what else to say about this guy. If you haven't heard him drop his crazy wisdom in his latest part, do check it out. If you haven't watched him on the latest episode of Skate Tales, do check it out. That's on the Red Bull channel. I'm going to try and include all these in the notes if I remember. The NKA Vids Skateboarding, it's the YouTube page, Crazy Wisdom Premiere. All that footage, that was very entertaining. Shout out to the filmer Nigel Alexander. He caught all the behind the scenes magic. He's his main filmer. They filmed the whole part on an iPhone, which is awesome. I wouldn't have, I honestly, if they didn't mention it, I wouldn't have known the difference. And although I haven't checked it out yet, he's back on the 9 Club. I'm sure hyping up the project, hyping up his grip tape, hyping up all that stuff. And I'm sure we'll all learn something new about him in that episode too. But that brings me to my one complaint about a certain trick he did in his Crazy Wisdom video. And I don't know if I'm assuming, but I don't know if they talked about it on this episode. I'm sure they did. I'm sure. As I said, I just haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but I will. But as for my complaint, yeah, are you ready? I can't seem to get past his 16 kink. I think they said 26 stair rail, 50-50 he did. That massive one that he used, I'm going to use air quotes, a little assistance with. Okay. And I'm not talking about assistance in regards to a piece of wood on a run-up or a stop sign to help him ollie, bondo, crack, etc. He used a yoga mat to help slow him down a little bit on that first half of that rail, on the 16. That's funny, though, because at the time, when he tried it, I was like, dude, you're going to have to put a lot of wax. You're going to have to wax the hell out of that rail. What is that thing, rusty? That's a rusty pipe, dude. But nope. Turns out he put on his yoga mat, or his former yoga mat, a.k.a. the anti-wax. And that was for, what, the first, was it about 10 feet? It was quite a bit. And it's not difficult to see. He slows down immediately upon impact. So that's what I was like, oh, okay, after a couple tries, oh, I see why you're doing that. But it slowed him down just enough to swing him past the curve and proceed to grind down the remaining 26 stair rail. I just can't let that go. Why? I feel it isn't right. Has anyone ever done that before? Anti-wax, let's slow it down. Did he NBDS on slowing down grinds? Is this going to become a new thing? We'll have peeps out there grinding down the longest rail in the world, the most zigzagged rail with no problem because they're just kind of slow. Oh yeah, it's a nice breezy ride down this rail. I don't think it'll become a thing. I just had to point it out. I can't let that go. I do believe it's just an Andy Anderson thing. I don't think it's going to catch on. Yoga mats are going to start flying off the shelf and people putting them on the rails and stuff no, here's the way we do it. Let's do the board slide with one on. Let's learn how to do it. But will he do it again? Who knows? He might. But do I think it was wise to do that? I don't. But then again, this is where I'm torn too. It helped him get the make, right? It's not a legal trick. It's a 50-50. He just used anti-wax to slow him down. What I just kept thinking is, that's not it, Andy. That's not it. That's not going to work for me. I can't go for that. No. No can do. But that's my only complaint of the past, 7 days, 4 different videos came out. I just had to point that out. All the other stuff I loved. Everything, the whole entire video, I couldn't write one trick down. All the runs, there was that run. He did so much in that one run. What did he start off with, though? I think it was a back tail, shove it out. Did a couple, shove-its. And then he did, a rock ollie, a wally, late pressure flip. It was insane. Everything he did that Nada spin, of course. He did a couple Nada spins. A Nada spin to that frontside nose grind. That was insane. So yeah, the dude killed it. All the Andy supporters know. And that's the ones like myself who respect the dude enough to stress our concerns and maybe point out that the anti-wax grind is not a good thing, But he's not going to lose any sleep over it. I get it. And that's what I respect about him. But as I said, that's my only complaint. But for all the Andy haters right now, I got to remind you, okay? Got to let you know. Don't throw stuff against the wall when you hear this, though. But he is going to win you over. I mentioned earlier, he will win you over. As I said in episode, what did I say, 109? It's 100% going to happen. No maybe or not a damn chance. I just recommend you cave in now. Embrace the Anderson. Just embrace him. Don't wait until your deathbed. It'd be too late then. Don't live with regret. I get him now. I really do. He's glorious, Rick. He's glorious. And I'm out. Beep. Flatline. Beep. Don't get to that point. Don't fight it. It's going to happen. Guaranteed, okay? Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. I'm not here to have you say, yo, you were right, Rick. Just when it happens, even if it's 20, 30, 40 years from now, you're like, just send me a message. Like, damn, dude. I get it. You don't even need to say what it's about. Just say, I get it, Rick. And I'll just smile and go, I'm glad. I'm finally. But much respect to Andy. You are an amazing skater. And even more importantly is you are an amazing human being. So well done, dude. Well done. Now let's burn that yoga mat. Let's throw it on the neighbor's roof. Okay? Did I say that out loud? Get a quick drink of water. Ay, ay, ay. So this next one kind of caught me off guard. Had me thinking like, yo, Gary Rogers, man, what's good, man? Tell me it isn't true. You guys see that? It's about a minute 29 second clip. 1 minute 29. He posted on Thrasher's YouTube page this past week. The one that is titled Skateline Canceled or New Skateline coming this August. At first I was like, canceled? No! Don't leave us, Gary, don't! But then I saw the ellipses, ... or new Skateline coming in August. After I saw that, I calmed down. But did I really, though? Did I really calm down? I mean, the words new and Skateline don't seem to have a good ring to them. New Skateline. It doesn't. And I don't want to be that guy. I'm all about bringing positivity, much like I talked about with Andy earlier. And I'm always rooting for people, no matter what. But right now, I'm going to get I have to do this. I have to get really selfish and make it all about me for a moment. Okay? Gary and team, I love Skateline. I love it. Everything about it. The length, the humor, the amount of joy it brings to me on Tuesdays, the powerful impact it has on my life and our community. And the fact that you've been able to do this weekly for 10 years, 15 years? I don't know. It's been a long time. And it's usually it comes in a little bit over 3 minutes and change, if that. It's pretty insane. I acknowledge that. I've talked about the show before. I love the show. Also, too, Gary is the perfect host for this series. No one else could ever come in, fill in his shoes, and take it over. No one. Not a single person out there. Nope. Who could slide into that seat and do what he does? No one, right? And also this, too. Gary, I don't know what they're planning, but Gary should never have a co-host for Skateline. That's a solo mission that only he can accomplish. What else? Oh, I still can't believe how many laughs per minute, per second, that he gets from me in such a short amount of time. That is talent. I've watched 90-minute movies and laughed once before. I mean, I don't do that anymore. Like, if I don't laugh within the first 10 minutes, I'm out. Life's too short. I'm like, dude. I've watched comedies 90 minutes long or more and laughed or maybe even smiled. Gary gets me laughing every week, every Tuesday, and it's only about 3 minutes long. It's the perfect recipe for me. Every Tuesday. So with that being said, let's play like hypothetical here. Let's play hypotheticals. Say there is a new Skateline. One that has, as he said, less N-words. His words, not mine. And let's just say it is, and this pains me to say it, is only once or twice a month. But I still, as I say that, hold up, wait, once a month? Easily, I wrote it down. He said it, but even as I just said it now, I'm like, once a month? How long do you need Skateline episodes to be, Gary? The whole point of them is that you are so damn good at keeping up with the latest news and trash talk and funny stuff every week that you keep it fresh, which makes it hilarious. It's timely. I know how difficult it is and as I face that every single week with this damn show, it's hard to keep up with everything, but he does. And we'll see these obscure videos, these tricks. He keeps up with it all. I'm like, damn, where did Gary find that? And he came up with a joke, and it hit the spot. He nailed it. He only gets like 6 days to do that. I don't know how often, his run-up time, but every Tuesday, nails it. But how long, honest question, how long do you need us to laugh? Until our stomachs hurt? You already have me cracking up in the break room at work. We got teachers in there staring at me while they make copies on the copy machine or making their coffee. I'm just cracking up. Like, oh God, what is Rick watching? Get a room, dude. How long do you need us to laugh, though? But because honestly, I could just laugh for 3 straight minutes if you keep it at that length. If you keep it at that, would that be okay? 3 straight minutes. You got me. I'm committed. But then again, I can see this working in Gary's favor too. So I'll come at it from both sides. Maybe Gary's jabs, and or shots shots fired will have even more of an impact as we will all have to wait for them. We're going to be like, oh, I bet Gary's going to talk about this or that or this person. You know what I mean? Because some skater's going to say something stupid or do something great or both. And they're going to think, oh, Gary's not going to notice. Oh, I'm in the clear. Whew, that was 3 weeks ago. And then slam. Gary got you. Snipered. But he doesn't miss a damn thing. Even with a monthly show. Is it a money thing? Is it? I could send over a couple 20s or something. I'm sure others will too. Let me know how I can help us. See what I did there? I slid on in. This is about me, about us. But I guess what it really comes down to is that I'm a little worried about Gary now. He's got so many plates spinning. He's got a couple shows going, right? And those are like, and he's commentating. Like, I can't keep up with the guy. He's got a lot going on. Which I guess it makes sense that he's, cutting back on Skateline. But then again, he's going to make it even longer. I mean, how is he going to be funny for 2 straight hours? Like I'm talking about Skateline style. Keeping up with the brand that is. Will we be able to sit through a 2-hour episode of Skateline? I guess if anyone can do it, it could be, Mr. Rogers. But I get it. He's been doing Skateline since he's been 7? It's time for a change. I bet even he's looking for something different. It happens to everyone. Even good things come to an end, and normally the best time to change or end things is when you're on top. Not on the decline. Not that I'm saying that show was on the decline. It wasn't. That's why this is just catching me off guard. Always leave on a high note. Always leave them wanting more. Maybe that's what a monthly show will do, is leave us wanting a lot more. But it's still, I'm not going to lie, though. I've had The Walking Dead Rick Grimes meme in my head for days. Like, oh, no. It still stings to even say it. And I'll say it out loud again. No more Skateline Tuesdays. Ever. It's over, Johnny. was a great run. That's it. It's done. I guess the good thing is this summer is flying by, and we're going to be in August in no time. I'll still consume anything Gary puts out for us. I'm loyal like that. What's the worst case scenario? Oh, actually, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Rick. You can still watch Skateline on Tuesdays. It's not the end of the world. Duh. I know what I'm going to do. I'll just break down each monthly 3-hour Skateline episode into weekly chunks. I can still watch 3 minutes. I just and basically 3 minutes to change or whatever it is every Tuesday. Bam, there we go. That's what I'm going to do. 3 minutes every Tuesday. It'll still be my routine, my break time routine. I'll watch 3 minutes of the 3-hour Skateline, and it'll take me, weeks to get through. I'll have a bunch of them in the pipeline. I'll never be lacking a weekly Skateline. Yeah, I might even throw an extra day or two, kind of to make the week even better. Monday through Friday, 3 minutes every break day. Every time I break, 3 minutes a day. All right, problem solved. I'm clapping for myself now. Is that a first ever? Great idea, Rick. That's going to solve your stress over the lack of a weekly every Tuesday Skateline. So I'm all good now. All right, good. I felt good to say that. Felt good to get that off my chest. I'm less anxious now about it. But what about you though? What are your thoughts on Gary and Skateline's upcoming changes? Did you almost cry like I did? Did you Rick Grimes cry like, no, no? Or you can do like I'm going to do. Just break it up. You can have it every day. Get through one of Gary's takes. That's an episode for you. Another of Gary's takes. Watch the next one tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. That's huge. I had to mention that. That's huge news. That's a big show making big changes. I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. I'm a little nervous because obviously selfishly I love the way it is right now. But I am very cautiously optimistic about its future. I know they'll do it right. Gary's not going to mess around. He's fine. It's just me. I need to be. I think I would talk myself out of it. I'm going to be fine. And finally, speaking of crying, have you seen Mo Crandall's 46 part yet? If you don't know who Mo is, I mean, he's a multi-award winning historian, a professor, and I just added this, a straight up liar. That's right. I said liar. Check it. On his IG page, he says he's a mediocre middle-aged skateboarder. Psh, psh. Even Ed Bassmaster thinks that's lame. Yeah, whatever, dude. Okay. Mediocre middle-aged skateboarder. Not. And if you don't know, the title of his video is his age. I'm going to spoil it for you. It's titled 46. I think he did way more than 46 tricks, too. Everyone does, for my birthday, I do 46 tricks. I should have counted them, damn it. Mo, I'm sure he did. He probably did like 146 notes from that video, dude. I mean, I wish I had a fraction of the tricks and the talent that he has when I was 46, and that was only 3 years ago for me. WTF, man. The video is about 4 minutes and 29 seconds of him just crushing it. Eli Shepard captured it all. There's some great B-roll in there. It's a very well done production from those two. But I'll put the link in the notes below. Do check it out. Think we need to get that bad boy up to at least 1,000 views. Can you guys do that? Pass it around. Grandma, have you seen this video yet? He's 46. He's half your age, but look. Check it out. Grandpa, check it out. Let everyone watch it. Put it on at parties. But Mo, he handled all the awesome, all the awesome skateboarding duties, that is. Eli, he captured all with style. So the great duo, great team. Well done, fellas. Well done. I can't wait to see what you guys post for 47. If you guys are listening in the future, 48, 49, 50. My guess is, I'm going to predict this now. He's still going to have mediocre on his IG page, though. But we all know, dude, that's not true. It's all lies. All lies. But Mo, seriously, you killed it, dude. Straight up killed it. And you are an inspiration. Even though I'm older than you, I still got to grind, man. I got to keep up. Got to try and keep up. But damn, you're making it very difficult. And you're making it look so damn easy, too. I don't like that. That's not cool. I've always talked about that. Skaters that make it makes skateboarding look bad. And it's a bad thing for skateboarding if you make it look too easy. And Mo, you're on the cusp, dude. Just saying, man. Just saying. But yeah, so that's all I got for this week. I'm gonna try and maybe squeeze one out the next couple weeks. But yeah, I got a trip up north. Gonna hopefully catch up with some peeps from Skate Twitter /X. Get some skating in. I'm sure I'll talk about it here. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you on the flip side. I'm out.